incredible fighter. He's a champion. I want to become an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
I think Joshua's the type of fighter who wants what I have. I believe I can beat him. I back myself with any heavyweight that I jump in the ring with.
There's no turning back.
From the beginning, I think you've been a pro about 6 years now. My relationship with New Zealand goes back a long way, thanks to my relationship with your trainer, who's one of the best in the business, Kevin Barry. Talk about this journey and what it's meant to you.
Well, it's been a good journey so far. You know, we been through some good fights, and now we're at the stage where we're at the opportunity to unify the division. So, it's been a journey that's gone, like you said, for 6 years, but it's been an enjoyable journey that we've had a lot of fun along the way, and now we're in this position. We're going to take it with both hands.
You have some experience guiding heavyweights. You did a great job with David Tua, all the way to the getting a few title shots. What have been the differences between bringing along a David Tua compared to Joseph Parker?
Well, the obvious difference is David Tua was 5'9.5" and Joseph Parker's 6'4", so they're going to have different fighting styles. We both know, Smitty, that David Tua had uncommon punching power, a phrase that was given to him by you many, many years ago. So there's not too many guys that punch like Tua. But, Joseph Parker is a very hungry, a very disciplined fighter, somebody who loves to train, somebody who I have to kick out of the gym sometimes because of his work ethic. I didn't have that with David. Also, the times were different. Joseph Parker is living in my house. He's become a member of my family the last 5 years. David Tua spent many years in the early stages of his professional career living in a hotel by himself, living on the phone, being homesick. These days we've got Skype, we've got FaceTime. The world is so much smaller with social media. Joe's keeping in contact with all his friends. It's made this whole journey for him so much easier.
Talk about your relationship as a fighter and as a man with Kevin Barry. I know it's not just your typical fighter trainer. There's a little more to it.
There's a lot more to it. I spend every day with Kevin. I live at his house with his family, so as much as he's a trainer, he's also like a father figure. So we have a very close relationship, and I think that's why we've been able to be successful up until now, because of the relationship that we have, because of the trust we have in each other, and we believe in each other.
In terms of Joseph Parker as a fighter, still just a young man, unbeaten, good puncher, but you describe him as a fighter to the audience that hasn't seen him yet.
Well, look, he's got very, very fast hands. In fact, I believe that Joe has the fastest hands in the heavyweight division, and this will be something that we'll really be trying to use in this fight against Anthony Joshua. We know that Joshua is a big, strong, powerful guy, very physical, very respected punching power, winning all his fights by knockout. Parker is a good mover, a very good puncher, a guy who has a very good punch selection, a skillful fighter, a fighter who doesn't get hit with as many punches as sometimes it looks like. Like, I've never seen him in 24 fights leave the ring all marked up. He's a very hard guy to hit with 2 clean punches in a row. Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, he's a guy that likes to come forward. He likes to use his physical presence to impose his will on the guys that he fights. He also uses, I believe, that size that he has, that Adonis-type body. He uses it to intimidate opponents. He won't intimidate Joseph Parker.
What I've really enjoyed is your development as a prize fighter from the beginning back in 2012 to getting close to this big fight coming up on the 31st. Talk about where you see yourself as a fighter between 1 and 10, with 10 being the best Joseph Parker will ever see. Where do you see yourself?
Well, like you said, back in 2012, I was a fighter who didn't have any structure or have any no guidance. And so as soon as I moved here to train with Kevin, everything changed for me. I see myself, I'm seeing myself at around 7. There's still a lot of work to be done, and there's still a lot of things to learn and I'm still learning each and every time from Kevin. So I see myself at 7, but there's a lot to improve on, and I can still get better.
I know you and Kevin looked at this fight and wanted this fight for quite some time. Why?
Yeah, like you say, styles make fights, and we believe this is the perfect style for my style and what he brings. But also, we haven't really seen the best that I could do in the ring. You know, there are fights we've done good and fights that we haven't looked so good. But you know, when you guys see the real fighter or the real boxer, and I can put everything on display, then it'll be a different story altogether.
Oh, the right uppercut dropped Kimono right on the button here in the 4th round. It's up to 6 and 7. That's it. It's all over.
Both guys have been on a parallel collision course. They have a lot of similarities. We knew that providing both guys stayed undefeated, that this fight would inevitably take place. And now we're finding it's taking place on one of the biggest stages ever, possibly break the world record for an indoor stadium. I believe the world record is 75,000. This holds 86,000. We had 70,000 tickets sold in the first hour. So, you know, we have a huge arena to fight, a fight of huge magnitude that brings out the best in my coaching and the best in Joseph Parker's training. So we're very excited, and we're also very respectful of the position that we're in, and we're taking it very seriously, because this fight here is about pride. This fight is about legacy. This fight is about history in boxing.
You know, I was lucky enough to be around Kevin and David Tua through that journey, which led him to the heavyweight title fight, a few of them. He should have been world champion in my eyes. How do you feel in terms of New Zealand and what this means to New Zealand for you to win this fight? You've already captured a title, but this is even bigger than that title.
Yeah, well, firstly, it's going to mean a lot more to myself and our team because of all the hard work that we're going to put in. But also, like you say, New Zealand and Samoa, countries that have been behind us, been backing us from the beginning. So this is going to mean a lot to them. So I'm sure the country is going to get behind us and support us and cheer for us once fight time comes.
Before I get to your prediction on this fight, talk about your goals as a prize fighter. What are your main goals when it's all said and done? You still have a long ways to go, but talk about that.
Yeah, well, when I started, my goal was firstly to be New Zealand champion. We're able to tick that off. Then the next goal was world champion. Now it's to be the unified champion of the world. And I believe, if you put in the hard work, you can achieve anything you want to achieve in the boxing world or in life.
Anthony Joshua, the 31st, Cardiff, Wales. There could be 80,000 people and millions watching around the world. Give us your prediction.
My prediction will be, it's going to be a great fight. You know, we're going to have two warriors coming together, both undefeated, both hungry to be unified champion of the world. And, you know, if all goes well, our team's going to be victorious and we're going to be celebrating in New Zealand.
Well, if he wins this fight, let me see all the heavyweight champions I've been inside the squared circle with. Let's see, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, a plethora of others. So if you win this fight, your biggest challenge won't be Joshua. It'll be your in-the-ring performance against me. He has nothing to say. He's speechless about that. Well, listen, best of luck. Congratulations on all the success, and best of luck against Joshua.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.